Woohoo! Who else is a happy smucker? I know I am, because we have two pretty good blossoms coming for two low 8 units, Beast class, one being my favorite S tier, French De Leon, Goro Cat, as the kids call him. Coming, Japan's getting them soon, so we'll get them in 3.5 months, give or take. But I'm going to go over them real quick. Thanks to Manazung, however you might pronounce his name, on the Reddit for translating them. Went ahead and threw these together to kind of take a look side by side, take a look at what they have now, how they benefit from them, the kind of synergies involved, and all that jazz. But anyhow, Veera, who I've actually never used, but I have her at Awaken 3 because I got a lot of her very recently from the value banners. She currently, when she came out in the game, she was pretty scary in Arena because by default, without even awakening, she gets a +2 move for 2 turns. So she has a 4 move. She has okay stats, 11 at Master Rank 45, Awaken 3, 1132 HP, which is not great. Like, okay defense, pretty good agility, and martial damage, so the attack is kind of irrelevant. But, you know, she's got a 3 range front, fixed, modern martial, occasionally binds, a single target 3 range, pulls closer, and then a little fan. Nothing too crazy. She could kind of go early in the turn order, get up close, do some damage, but she was very easy to kill. But now, she is... Her new ability, in a 3 straight line range, deals major typeless martial damage, moves up to 2 spaces backwards. So you can kind of tag someone at the end, move yourself back 2, kind of keep you safe. Occasionally hobbles, which I believe is bind in the translation. I think, maybe. Anyways, her passive ability is, when making a martial attack, raises agility and evasion proportional to the number of enemies hit. So if you do kind of throw her out there, this would be good for RTA. Get her up close, because she'd be easy to kind of juice the agility to go secure one of the first turns in the kind of turn order, depending on who you're fighting. And plus, she'll have a 4 move, as she has inherently built into her own sort of passive abilities. 4 move, get up close, hit a bunch of people, at least 2. You have 2 evasion stacks, 2 agility stacks, and if you have her Awaken 1, she gets, for number of attack enemies only, occasionally raises martial potency. So, you know, if you hit 3 people, you might get 1 or 2 potency buffs, which is neat. So if you don't kill her round 1, come round 2, she's going to be harder to kill, harder to hit, she's going to go quicker in the turn order, and probably do a lot more damage, not to mention on her tree, she just gets 15% more damage. A little bit more HP, so that'll put her over 1200. Pretty solid Blossom, especially for 50 weight. And it's a Beast class, a lot of people have the Beast class master up, because there's like, I think there's like the most of the species type in the game. I think Beast are it. And yeah, so I'm glad I have her Awaken 3. Literally I've never used her, but time to brush the dust off, and you know, I'm leveling her now, thank God. So I'm glad we know about this coming. So on to the next one, Captain Goro Cat. He is still one of my favorite S tiers, because what he currently has is not bad. His only problem is that he's pretty squishy. At Awaken 3, rank 8, level cap, master rank 45, only 862 HP. It's pretty bad. It's slightly offset by, he has built in a martial recovery, which is just a fixed amount of HP when it drops below 30. Now, given that he has low max HP, it's pretty easy to bypass this and just kill him altogether. So, but if he does hit this, he does heal, so he's got the recovery. At Awaken 1, on even turns, raises potency and recovery for him and surrounding beasts, so it's a little bit more damage and all. His attacks are actually pretty good, though. He's got a 3 straight line major martial, occasionally lowers martial res, that's nice, and then a 4-hit zap attack, rarely lowers defense. Multiple attacks are great for Indomitable Spirit units. We're getting him, he has it coming up, a Godamir, Duran has it, you know, of course, Sorrow, so multiple hit attacks are becoming more valuable, even if they're not strong. You can use them to safely take somebody out and kind of bypass the Indomitable Spirit proc. And he's got a self AoE, rarely stuns. This is only useful if you can use it to, like, kill someone and damage another at the same time. You don't really want to rely on the stun, per se, so. But anyhow, what he's getting from the Blossom is a new attack with an X AoE, which is new completely from yourself going out. Erdrick has this AoE, but he can start it at 3 panels away, I believe. Major Zap Martial, often lowers martial res. Great. You know, major martial damage, always good. Zap at that, so if somebody's weak to Zap, they're really going to feel it. And then the AoE to boot is pretty impressive. And then he gets his version of Indomitable Spirit. When HP reaches 0, he's at 1. This is good because unless you multi-hit / one-shot kill him, he'll get Indomitable Spirit, but then he'll also heal with his built-in recovery. So he won't die, and then he'll gain like 40%-ish back of his HP. So he'll be kind of a pain to kill. He won't be super tanky, I'd say, because still his max HP is kind of low. He does get 100 more, so that puts him in a little under 1,000 HP. But with the Indomitable Spirit, and then basically, unless you multi-hit him down past that and kill him, he'll get the recovery. That's pretty good. And then he gets 15% more damage all the time. That's great because his current move, the 3 range, is strong already. Outside of arena, it can do 1,100-1,200 damage like no problem, and it's static damage. It'll do that to basically everybody unless they have generic damage reduction or martial damage reduction, which I don't think is a thing enemies have. Yeah. Pretty exciting. As I said, he's really good now, and he's going to be like pretty damn good after that. 50 weight, low weight. He's got really high agility. A little less in Veera's. 470 is still pretty good, though. And he has a 4 move all the time. That's also one of the things that makes him pretty valuable. Pretty high attack, too, which is good for his multi-hit. But Martial will kind of be the focus. But then again, you know, multi-hit, as I said earlier, great for Indomitable Spirit units, which we're going to have like half a dozen in the game shortly. Yep. Pretty exciting. Pretty neat. As I said, Happy Smucker signing out. Hopefully others get jazzed for this because it's pretty good. It's nice when the low weight units get neat, like new AoEs and like built-in reliable recoveries. I said in a previous video I would kill to see a Stark Blossom because he's on the fence of being like pretty good now still. He's got good damage, has built-in attack buffs, got a built-in recovery. All he would need is something like this. Potency, some type of new attack. Give him like an extra move or something, he'd be really tearing ass in a fight. So anyhow, get jazzed, get excited. See you later.